Well, by all indicators, the stock market likes the idea of a Trump presidency. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a new record high this morning and closed just above 19,000. Markets have been in a strong uptrend since the presidential election just 2 weeks ago. And Donald Trump's victory viewed really as a positive for Wall Street, at least right now. Joining me now to discuss is Michael Chadwick, who heads up Chadwick Financial Advisors. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
So this latest rally is spectacular in how the market has just really swung in the weeks leading up to the election and then after. So break it down for us. The president-elect is supposed to advocate for specific policies, and those policies and his ideas on them are really what's moving the market, right?
In the short term, absolutely. The market's thinking that he's going to have more expansive policies, more money printing, more easing, more stimulus, lots of infrastructure spending. And I think the market's only looking at one side of the equation because they're not looking at the fiscal responsibility side, which he's talked about a lot in reducing debt. So if he's going to try to reduce debt, all those things can't happen simultaneously.
And all this depends a lot on that he'll actually do what he's talked about.
True. I mean, and a lot of these things can't happen overnight. We've seen amazing things in the last 13 days, actually, many of which are historic. A lot of what's going on in a few weeks is kind of like what happened post-Brexit, a surprise election and crazy moves. This is an emotional time. We have to give it a little bit of time to cool off. Let the emotions cool off, let reality set in, and we'll see where this thing goes.
Just today, the Wall Street Journal was reporting that small companies are among the biggest winners since Election Day. How's that? It's
very true. In fact, what we've seen is we've seen a rotation out of the big monster companies that have been the dominant forces in this bull market. And we have seen a rotation into smaller companies. Now, what's interesting is in the last 13 days, the small companies have seen their largest advance in 20 years.
Wow.
Really amazing. And now the big question is it sustainable?
Yeah, because what goes up must come down. So do you predict turbulent times ahead?
For sure. I mean, this is essentially a relief rally. The market was very stressed out about the elections. Now that the elections are over, the market's in a relief mode. It'll last for who knows how long, a few days, a few weeks, maybe a few months. But at the end of the day, we still have the same fiscal situation we had before the election. And we have to reckon with that. Things are tough on a global macro basis. They'll work themselves out, but it'll get volatile. There's no question about it.
I hear you saying don't freak out. Is that what I'm reading between the lines?
Absolutely. And I think, and ironically, we're in Thanksgiving week here, and I would say to the viewers, don't be a turkey, don't get murdered here, don't get stuffed, because everyone's really, very, very happy today. But what the stock market is showing us and what the bond market are showing us are two entirely different things. The bond market is saying caution. Stock market are saying charge ahead. The reality is somewhere in the middle.
So what is your general advice to the average investor, our average viewer out there who's taking a look at their 401k, thinking about retirement? What should they be looking into?
They should be looking into being a little bit more cautious right now. We're at all-time highs today. The markets are making all-time highs. This hasn't happened since 1999. And we all kind of know after 1999, it was a tough couple of years. Then after that, things were good for a long period of time. I expect the same kind of thing. Tough couple of years here, and then things will cool off, and we'll have a nice trajectory for a long period of time.
All right, Michael Chadwick, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
All right, Brent, back to you.